Straight ahead on WBKB, some frontline workers in Alpena have already received the COVID vaccine.
Plus, a water and sewer authority for Alpena could be on the horizon, and a pop-up food giveaway is set for this weekend. We'll tell you the details.
You're watching Thunder Bay News Network. WBKB News at 6 starts now.
This is WBKB News at 6. An in-depth look at news, weather, and sports. From hard-hitting news stories to local events, we're there with coverage you can count on. You're watching WBKB News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Tyler Cruz.
And I'm Sherry Stewart. While history has been made at Alpena's Mid-Michigan Medical Center, WBKB's Stephanie Manici has more.
Yeah, Sherry, yesterday was not only historic, but it was monumental as nearly 3,000 of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine arrived at Alpena's Mid-Michigan Hospital yesterday. Now, 10 of their employees were vaccinated yesterday. Definitely historic. Take a look. Those cheers were in response to the very first COVID-19 vaccine administered Wednesday in Alpena at Mid-Michigan Medical Center. The first to receive the vaccine was General Surgeon and Vice President of Medical Affairs, Dr. Thomas Thornton. Dr. Thornton played an important role in the logistics and distribution here in Alpena. Dr. Thornton shares the biggest part of the planning process.
So our biggest part of the process was figuring out about how many doses we were going to get of the vaccine for this first go-around, and we didn't know exactly, so we had to kind of prioritize our employees into different groups of people who came in contact with COVID patients the most, to kind of prioritize if we had a limited number of vaccines, who would get the vaccines first, with the idea that eventually everybody would have the opportunity to get them. We weren't going to get all the doses at once. Mid-Michigan's pulmonologist Dr. Daniel Maxwell was also on the receiving end of the vaccine. Dr. Maxwell says he stands behind it.
We know that these vaccines are safe for at least in the short to intermediate term, and we know that they are extremely effective. Far better than anybody at the beginning of this whole episode would have expected. 95% effective is outstanding.
The day consisted of a series of events as two pharmacists were responsible for the prepping of the vaccine, followed by RN Jenny Utt administering the shots. The most crucial part fell on the shoulders of Dr. Richard Bates, who transported the doses from Midland to Alpena. Dr. Bates likened the transport to that of the delivery of a baby.
It felt very good. I mean, very humbling, honestly, to be part of this process and to bring vaccine here, and really humbling to be just serve in this way. I'm an obstetrician, so I've delivered a lot of babies in Alpena, and it felt very similar to those sorts of deliveries, so it was great.
Dr. Thornton says, like any vaccine, there are side effects. Dr. Maxwell also weighed in and said there are still unknowns. Both are hopeful that the vaccine will reach the community in the near future. However, they don't have a date as of yet. In Alpena, Stephanie Manici, WBKB News.
Yeah, thanks, Stephanie. That is great news, huh?
Yeah, especially for all the frontline workers that have been working so hard during this pandemic to finally get vaccinated. That is awesome. Well, Alpena City Council members, together with the Township Board of Trustees, issued a joint statement Thursday saying they are discussing the formation of a water and sewer authority. The letters to residents say they hope to end their litigation and provide the service that the community deserves. The two have been at odds for years over water and sewer rates the city charges the township.
Well, the Alpena County Jail could have an opening date very soon. Wednesday, Alpena County Sheriff Steve Kalashevsky toured the $11.6 million facility as workers wrapped up on construction efforts like electrical, plumbing, flooring, and security work. According to the sheriff, they may see the doors open very soon. He says the new building will help improve inmate security and even boost his staff's morale to work better as a team.
This will definitely be a boost for staff morale. We'll have modern technology in the facility. We'll have the right amount of staff in the facility. new equipment. So yeah, it's really exciting.
The sheriff says there are a few more construction items remaining, including making sure everything is right on the facility from top to bottom, but the organization is ready for a new modern touch.
Well, talking to the sheriff again today, the 16-month-long lawsuit between Alpena County and Terry King is finally over. In 2019, Terry King was forced to resign from his position as undersheriff after Sheriff Steve Kilashevsky accused him of interfering with a police investigation. 2 months later, King sued, saying he was fired for whistleblowing. The county agreed to pay King $125,000 to settle the suit. The county's insurance will cover $100,000, and the agreement acquits the county and Sheriff Kilashevsky of any wrongdoing.
You know, it took up an awful lot of my time. Having it out of the way now allows me to really concentrate on getting the new facility ready to go and concentrating on the office and the additional programs that I want to bring to the community.
Well, if you or someone you know is in need of food items to cook during the holidays this weekend, you'll have a chance to get some items for free. Feed the Need will host a pop-up pantry giveaway this Saturday, December 19th at Northern Lights Arena. The organization is asking those who plan to come out to remain in their cars and to make sure that your trunk space is clean and cleared out. The event is free and open to the public on a first-come, first-served basis. The giveaway begins promptly at 10:30. And some good news for Michigan families receiving federal food assistance. Approximately 350,000 families will continue to receive additional food assistance benefits through December. In response to COVID-19, Michigan previously approved the additional food assistance beginning in March, and now that has been extended for the month of December. Eligible clients will see additional food assistance benefits on their bridge card by December 30th, with payments beginning for some households on December 21st. More than 1.2 million people in Michigan receive federal food assistance benefits. Well, there is more news ahead for you here on WBKB. Coming up, find out how you can enter to win a new TV just in time for the holidays.
No, according to Ellie. Well, McInerney Chrysler of Thunder Bay is hosting a holiday event and giveaway this weekend. Their tree will be lit and decorated, and Santa and his helpers will be in town. Starting tonight and ending on Sunday, between 5 and 8 p.m., you can come get your picture taken. And once you post it to Facebook and like McInerney Chrysler's page, you'll be entered to win a 70-inch TV. The dealership is also collecting gifts and donations for those in need around the community during the event. We'll have more for you on this story over the weekend.
Yeah, very nice and good luck. Very good luck.
I do like McInerney.
Yeah. Well, in health news today, how clowns can help with children's anxiety and concern when it comes to measles vaccinations. Elise Preston has some of the day's top health stories.
Pediatricians are concerned that many children are missing measles vaccinations during this pandemic. Researchers at Nationwide Children's Hospital report a 10% drop in vaccinations starting in March of this year. Doctors say even as clinics began to reopen this summer, the number of children getting vaccinated remained low. New research finds a drug called Saponimod improves thinking skills for people with advanced multiple sclerosis. A study at the University of Buffalo found patients who took the drug for 1 to 2 years had improved cognitive function compared to people who did not take the medication. And clowns may help children who suffer with anxiety during hospital visits. Researchers in Canada and Brazil say children who interact with hospital clowns show less stress, pain, and fatigue during medical procedures. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Well, coming up on WBKB News, Ellie Morrison is next with your 7-day forecast, plus the photo of the day.
Scenery and magical feel. Thank you, Lindsay, for sending us this photo. If you have a photo such as nature shots, pics with friends, or interesting sights you see that you'd like to send us, email it along with a short description to news@wbkb11.com.
And I would have been blown away, too, if I walked outside and saw that scenery.
Lovely photo.
Sports is coming up next, but first, Jake Vanderbrook is in with a preview. Jake, what's going on in the sports world tonight?
Yeah, Tyler, for all Division I sports, so all transfers can now play. More on this. Plus, we are less than a week away for the Pistons to start the regular season, but tonight they'll get a challenge at the nation's capital. More on that preview up next in sports.
Fields working against Frazier.
And welcome back. For your entertainment news, a group of friends take a wrong turn again. a Revenge of the Nerds reboot, and Chadwick Boseman's final performance. Dania Backus has more in your eye on entertainment.
The Wrong Turn movie franchise is back with a newly released trailer for its 7th installment.
But anyone who goes up there, what is this place? They don't come back.
Charlotte Vega plays Jen, who sets out to hike the Appalachian Trail with friends. The hikers stray off course and find themselves on land inhabited by the Foundation, a hidden community of mountain people who use deadly means to protect their way of life. Wrong Turn will premiere in theaters for one night only on January 26. A reboot of the 80s comedy Revenge of the Nerds is in the works. Variety is reporting Seth MacFarlane is reviving the old rivalry between jocks and nerds. It's not being called a remake, but instead a reimagining, with a focus on today's culture. Identical twin brothers Keith and Kenny Lucas are set to write and star in the film. And Chadwick Boseman's final performance in the film Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is coming to Netflix.
Come on, Levy. You rehearse like everybody else.
I'm gonna get me a band and make me some records. I knows how to play real music.
In Ma Rainey, the screen adaptation of August Wilson's stage play of the same name, Boseman plays trumpet player Levy, who clashes with blues singer Ma, played by Viola Davis. Boseman, who was never Oscar-nominated while alive, is expected to be a frontrunner for his performance. Best known as Black Panther, Boseman died in August after a secret 4-year battle with colon cancer. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Dania Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
You can read more about our broadcast stories and get the scoop of other news items online.
Just visit WBKB11.com for sports, weather, and news updates anytime, day or night.
Or be sure to check us out on our Facebook page and Twitter handle at WBKB11.
And that's all we have for you this evening. Be sure to catch us back here tonight at 11 for more. Have a great evening.